Hello everyone, this is BioMed Discovery, and today we'll be discussing a very popular topic lately, human growth hormone. What are its functions? Where is it produced? How does it work in men and women? And how can we naturally increase it? But first, let's start by explaining what hormones actually are. Hormones are chemical substances secreted by cells in different glands in the human body that, in one way or another, affect target cells in the human organism. Hormones can be classified into many groups depending on their mechanism of action and composition, but we won't delve into that right now. And the human growth hormone is one of these chemically active substances secreted by the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland, called the adenohypophysis, which is located in the human skull and is directly connected to the brain. Precisely because it is directly connected to the brain through the hormones it secretes, it controls absolutely all other glands in the human body. That's why you might hear it referred to as the conductor gland. So, one of these hormones is the reason for today's video, namely human growth hormone. Once released into the bloodstream, it passes through the liver, where it is converted into growth factors that target their specific cells. The target cells for this hormone are quite literally every cell in our body. And upon reaching the cells, somatotropin stimulates their division and differentiation. Oh, I forgot to mention that human growth hormone is also known as somatotropin. Proof of these functions is the high levels of this hormone in the blood during puberty, when, as we all know, the human body undergoes maximum development, allowing us to transform from small children into large and mature individuals. So this is when its levels are at their peak. We'll start by examining one of the main properties of this hormone, and perhaps what interests most of you, especially athletes and fitness enthusiasts, namely how the hormone increases muscle mass and endurance of muscle cells. Somatotropin naturally induces the production of testosterone in male sex organs, leading to an anabolic effect. So, this increase in growth hormone is an indirect cause because testosterone is the main male hormone responsible for muscle development. The function and properties of muscle tissues are explained in a previous video on the channel. If you're interested, you can watch it. I'll put a link on the screen. Along with increasing muscle size, the hormone also helps burn fat. With these two properties, it seems like an ideal substance in bodybuilding. But it's important to mention that the enlargement doesn't happen only in muscle cells in the biceps or triceps. It also occurs in cells in the liver, spleen, and virtually every other organ in the human body. That's why, in studies on bodybuilders after their death, those who excessively used this hormone had nearly every organ doubled or tripled in size, which, as you can imagine, significantly impairs their function. And the next property of the hormone that I'd like to discuss is regeneration. As you might remember, or, well, maybe just those of you who are UFC fans like me, remember the fight between Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier from a few years ago, when Conor got injured pretty badly, right? It took him out of the game for a long time, and yeah, it was kind of sad for all of us, wasn't it? There were a lot of speculations, later proven true, that Conor McGregor's doctor was treating him with human growth hormone, which helped speed up the regeneration of his leg. We can see a significant increase in his muscle mass. He went up in weight classes and looks totally different. But there are also other, less desirable effects, like on his face, which has also gotten bigger. It's just another piece of evidence that human growth hormone doesn't just affect where we want, it affects everywhere. The next, and in my opinion, most important function of human growth hormone is that it influences a person's emotional state by raising serotonin levels. This is an important neurotransmitter in the brain that makes us feel joy and pleasure. After just a 5-minute walk down the streets, seeing nothing but frowning faces, I get the feeling that we all could use some somatotropin therapy to boost our joy. So, after discussing the main functions of somatotropin, let's see how its effects differ in men and women. I'll start with men. For them, after the age of 35, its natural levels begin to decline, and the first signs of reduced growth hormone can be seen. These signs include balding, obesity, lower libido, loss of muscle mass, exactly the opposite processes of those during puberty. Unfortunately, we can't stop this, and I'd say it's absolutely normal. Females develop faster than men, And for them, the levels of growth hormones start to decline at the age of only 25. This leads to a greater accumulation of fat and makes it harder to burn. The skin also becomes drier and wrinkles start to appear over time. But like in men, these are entirely normal physiological processes that come with aging. And the good news is that there are many scientifically proven natural methods to increase this hormone, which do not have a negative impact on health. I'd say they have quite a positive effect. Some of the most effective methods include engaging in high-intensity sports, running, weightlifting, martial arts, and similar. Consuming foods rich in L-arginine and vitamin C is also beneficial. Additionally, fasting has been shown to significantly boost somatotropin levels. There are research findings showing that during deep sleep, the levels of human growth hormone increase. So sleep isn't by any means an insignificant part of human health. And we'll end the video with some of the most commonly observed side effects in people who decide to use external human growth hormone. We won't go into too much detail because each person is different and various symptoms might not appear. The most common ones are joint and muscle pain, swelling of the hands and feet, high blood sugar levels, which can lead to more serious diseases that are extremely severe, and many others of a similar nature. So, in conclusion, I would like to point out that taking such substances, if necessary, should always be done with a doctor's prescription, not on your own or based on the advice of the guy from the gym. You shouldn't underestimate the impact of this hormone, as it could lead to irreparable health issues. And that's it for today. Please subscribe to the channel and leave a like. See you soon.